And yes, that's correct there in game 2. That clock there also correct. 9 minutes. Steven won the first game.
Our final challenge has begun. It is
A ruined halo here on the battlefield. We'll figure out just what that's on.
Yeah, it's naming Restoration Angel, so not keeping anything at bay right now. We have getting to the trials and 15 life for Lance. All so far, that seems great. Though he did just lose his Gideon, and we know if there's some clue tokens over on the bottom of the board, those aren't going to matter. Stony Silence is taking care of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that card has some pretty reasonable impact in the matchup. Turns off Ether Vial. You see the clue tokens, of course.
Another Flicker Wisp from Steven. Will flicker his own Flicker Wisp. Then it comes back on end step. It flickers the first Flicker Wisp. You can just keep doing that.
Yep.
Is there a reason you would?
You kind of have some protection against Supreme Verdict. You at least get to hang out with a Flicker Wisp. Also, when it comes back, you can blink the Stony Silence and start cracking those clue tokens.
So Supreme Verdict for Lance, and actually Flicker Wisp trick did exactly what it was supposed to do. Means there's this one that's in exile is going to hang out and be safe.
And Lance just on one card at hand. He's really getting outgrinded by this mono white deck.
That's strange. Flicker Wisp comes back, and it's going to remove the Stony Silence. And look at the Steven says, goes to town. All right, crack these clues. Let's do it. Then Stony can come back. And all weekend, this is our 3rd time we've had Steven Dykman in the feature match area. If you're a fan of this Death and Taxes, Steven is very good at this deck.
Yes. A lot of weird interactions. Really important to know how your cards work together because individually they're all so weak. But once you get them combined, they can really do some fancy things.
Ryan, hey, that's a one of Chef at Dunes, actually. We're looking for some Ixalan cards. There we go.
I play this card in Standard. It's also not an Ixalan card.
No, yeah, it's Hour of Devastation. I say, yeah, the Desert set, huh? Dune's probably not on Ixalan.
Right.
It's new. I was gonna say it's one of them new cards.
It is one of them new cards.
Here's what I'll do. I'll pick a set in Standard, and I'll just say it's from that.
That's from Kaladesh.
Yeah. Yeah, that set like kind of was a desert set.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's no. No.
Though this is going to get hit by a card that is from Ixalan.
There we go. Field of Ruin takes care of Chef at Dunes.
The basic planes entering here.
I think I thought it was a desert set because it was all about these racing, and then I thought of like, I don't know.
Yeah. Cars and deserts.
Cars and deserts.
Not like a ton of overlap.
Correction here on life total. Lance Shultz actually at 12, not at 15. We've adjusted it. It's now correct. Now, if these players draw, if Lance wins this game before time's out, Lance is in top 8. So from his point of view, this might as well just be a game 1. If he wins it, he's good.
Yeah, but from the cards drawn, this is looking like a game lost.
That will make things more difficult.
Plenty of pressure on the table here for Dykman. Lance just one card in hand.
Well, it's a good one. It's Cryptic Command.
That is where some miracles can start.
Tap and draw. Now, when we look at Lance's deck, what's he going to for win conditions? Is there a Revelation, an Elspeth, something he can slam here?
So the main deck, there's a Gideon Jorah, a Jace Archetype Thought.
There's one Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah, it's not a win condition. There's an Elspeth Sun's Champion on the sideboard.
And here's a card that I think this might be the last time we ever see it cast in Modern. It's right now. Jace, Architect of Thought.
Yeah, this is the Jace, Architect of Thought Farewell Tour.
It is the last time I'm ever going to say the name of this card in coverage. I'm calling it right now. There's just no way. -2. That's about as good as another similar. Compare this to a 0 on Jace.
You're seeing 3 cards at the cost of 2 loyalty.
Hey, this guy, sometimes you get 2 cards. Sometimes it's a draw 2.
But Jace starts at 4. That's 1 more than 3. So, there's some give and take here.
He gets a Serum Visions.
Jace Archetype of Thought is better against Lingering Souls. You can also control both of them now.
Oh, okay, so we can run a split.
Yep.
Yep. I'm not gonna run a split. I'm gonna play a lot of the good one.
Which one do you mean when you say the good one?
I don't know. Flicker Wisp going to be sent at Jace. Blade Splicer. Actually, the Golem sent at Jace. The other two creatures sent at Lance. Settle the Wreckage. Okay.
That's a nice find.
Okay.
Can't do much about that. You can find 3 basic lands.
That'll work. Steven have anything in response?
Maybe a Restoration Angel?
Okay. Looks like it. Wouldn't mind that. You can actually save everything with the Resto. Oh, this is gross. You Resto the Flicker Wisp, you Flicker Wisp the Blade Splicer.
Yeah, and then you get to go find a land with your Golem. Yikes.
I mean, I guess Lance gets to have the Jace again. So Resto on Flicker Wisp. But I think he's deciding whether he wants to Flicker Wisp the Resto again or the Blade Splicer.
Blade Splicer makes sense.
Yep, gets rid of the Blade Splicer. Golem's exiled. He'll go get a land.
I like that he has put the Golem in his exile pile.
Sure.
There it goes.
For a brief moment, it's there. That's not even true. No, with exiling, there's no like exile pile. No, it's just gone.
Yeah.
And Phyrexian Revoker for Steven. That's going to probably hit Jace.
This is the last time you will see Phyrexian Revoker naming Jace,
Jace
Architect of Thought in Modern.
Serum Visions. Lance draws another land off it. Scrive 2. Doesn't like either of those. And Steven can sense he's closing in.
Just 2 lands in hand for Lance. Plays Celestial Colonnade and passes back.
And now some damage coming in. Now remember that Restoration Angel has been Rune Haloed.
This looks like, oh yeah, so the Angel, so it's only 9 because the Angel can't get in. It looks like for this attack, Steven's going to pay some mine to settle, or he's just going to jam into it.
Well, Angel can hit the Jace.
Yes. Which you may as well, even though it is revokered, because the Angel's not doing anything otherwise.
So that's what he does. Hits Lance down to 3, plays Eldrazi Displacer, and this is a neat thing with a Restoration Angel, Displacer, and Flicker Wisp. You can play around removal, you can play around sweepers.
Yep.
And you can play your way into the top 8. That's going to be Steven Dykman winning this. 1:30 left on the clock. He beats the clock, gets the game win, gets the match, and that should put him into the top 8.